how's it going? So last year I joined Tuba's High Score Challenge towards the end of Season 6. I only played a handful of games, so I'm going to kind of do a little mini recap on how my favourites went during the end of that season. And also to kind of like give a perspective on how Season 7 has started so far. So we're going to look at a couple of games from Season 6 to begin with. So the first game was Eco Fighters by Capcom. This is a fun little game, you know. I didn't really play it that much, and I can't remember rushing to get a score in. So all considering, I don't think I did too bad. It's definitely one that I kind of wish I'd spent a bit more time with. But it was a nice kind of introduction to sort of score chasing and to see kind of how other people were doing as well. There's a lot of very, very, very good gamers in the group, so it's kind of nice to compete with them and to find fellow gamers that have that love for the old school retro games, especially STGs. So this is Daimahu, I hope I've said it right, which is by, again my pronunciation is probably crap, by Rising, who did Battle Garegga. I've probably completely and utterly butchered the names for all of those games. And what I like about the group is the fact that we get games that I just would never have come across, and this is one of them. And being a fan of shmups and STGs, this is a really nice find. It's got a very, very complex scoring system, and really, to be honest with you, I don't do complex at all. Keep it simple is what I say. But nevertheless, I really enjoyed this one. I think I did quite well, got quite far, but I didn't obviously do massively in terms of score. If I recall, I think I finished 4th on this one, so to get in the top 5 with the group of players that I'm up against is quite an achievement. So I was very happy with this one. A very, very, very highly recommended game. So at the end of Season 6, I'd played Eco Fighters, JJ Squawkers, Daimahu and Raiden DX, and I finished that season in 14th on 11 points. But above all, I kind of really enjoyed it, and I kind of felt Season 7 is going to be really good. Going to come across some games that I've never played before. Just really looking forward to it. So Season 7 started off with Space Dungeon, an old Taito, I don't know what you call it, STG cave crawler. Just absolutely brutal, horrifically brutal. You have to kind of collect treasure. If you can, fill as much of the map up as possible without dying, which is impossible. I remember thinking I ain't gonna get far in this, so I just kind of said, okay, get as high a score as you can on the early levels. Kind of risk reward really, and then just sort of blitz it to the exit. And if you can exit with a lot of treasure, then you tend to get a fair amount of bonus points at the end of the level. But yeah, most of the time, to be honest with you, it was just survival. I had a plan, but more often than not, it's just a case of, try and last as long as you can and get to the end. Well, I remember doing quite well. I'm just going to check the results now. Yeah, I come 5th. And again, for me, getting in the top kind of 5 in this group is quite an achievement. So yeah, Pang. I mean, it's an arcade classic, there's no doubt about that. But for me, this is up there with like Dark Souls and Demon Souls. It's just evil. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't work out the bounce of the balls. Sounds quite rude. The trajectory, everything was just like absolute nightmare for me. I'd like to say I enjoyed it, but well, I mean, it'd be a bit of a lie. But again, it's one of those games that I was kind of glad to experience at least. But yeah, not one that I'd go back to. That one I didn't do very well at all. Really struggled. I think it was like 17th out of the 19 or 20 of us that entered. But glad I got the chance to have a go on it and experience it. So Elevator Action Returns by Taito. This has got a rank as probably one of my favourite games. that I've played Tubers High Score. In actual fact, just one of the best arcade games I've played. I've never heard of it, to be honest. I kind of, yeah, just there wasn't any arcades that I remember that had it. The original sort of rings a bell, but no, I've never played this one before, and it's absolutely fantastic. I know that my score got me in the top 10. I come 8th, but I just really enjoyed playing it. I enjoyed it so much actually that I bought the Saturn Tribute on the PlayStation. Yeah, just to kind of like, just to sort of support, I guess, bringing these arcade games in some way, shape or form back to life. I know it's a Saturn version, but I thought it was quite a good version, to be fair. Yeah, definitely recommended if you can play this in any way, shape or form. Highly recommended. I think you can get it on Switch, PC, PlayStation. And on a Taito, agree again. I'm probably butchering pronunciations, but yeah, that's very, very highly recommended by me. So I literally don't even know what to say. Girls Garden. I never would have discovered this if not for this group. And you know what? It's just really, really good. And surprisingly so. It's just a very simple idea. Very, very early kind of Sega. I think the guy that did this game actually went on to do the Sonic games. I might be wrong. So I got the chance to play this on the Mega SG. I just really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it for what it is. The challenge stages really kind of like crease me up. I think you get to see it in this video. Absolute humongous bears. And you kind of can do a wall jump kind of like Chun-Li style. So I always felt like, yeah, you're going to see it now. It always feels like a kind of Chun-Li origin story. I know that might sound strange. I don't know if I pulled it off on this one. Hopefully you get to see it. No, absolute crap. Anyway, yeah, really enjoyed this one. And if you get a chance to hunt it down and play it, please do. This actually got released on the Nintendo 3DS in Japan as part of like a kind of Sega compilation. But I mean, if you can, any way, shape or form you can get to have a go on this, highly recommended. Oh, and I come 4th. So after 4 games, I am currently 7th, and I'll take that. My aim, if you like, for season 7 is to get into the top 10. So I'll take 7th. I think Pang's really done me in. I'll probably be higher up if I don't struggle so much with that one. But yeah, very happy with the start so far. So we're currently playing Night Slashers by Data East, a belt action beat 'em up. See a lot of comparisons with the likes of Final Fight. I'm enjoying this one, but it is very, very, very difficult. Very easy to take damage. I think I don't think we'll be getting any 1cc's in this. As far as I'm concerned, anyone that gets past stage 3, well, those skills are godly. At the moment, I am on stage 3. If I'm honest with you, I don't think I'm going to get any further than that. My score will go live not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So it's going to be interesting to see how a lot of the top players do. I'm hoping that my score will be good enough to get into the top 5, but we'll see. So Tubers has been going around for a little while, and obviously I've only recently joined. So I kind of want to do a bit of a retrospective, and there's a lot of really good games that I've missed out on. Some of them I've actually played quite recently anyway, as part of an Evercade challenge. So there's Sly Spy, which I scored 249,500 for that game. As I look at the tables, that would have put me in 6th. So yeah, very, very good to be honest. I would have been very happy with that back then. Next up is Tumble Pop. This is by Data East, and probably my favourite Data East game alongside Robocop. So I really enjoyed playing this one. Run out of time to put my proper initials in, as you can see. I got 429,400. for this one, which I was happy with. So that would have put me, well, I'm beginning to see a bit of a pattern here. I would have finished 6th. So yeah, again, to get into the top 10 is quite an achievement in this group. Top 5 is, yeah, very, very, very difficult to break. As you can see, I've missed some really good games from the previous seasons of Tuber's High Score Challenge, so I'm going to be giving these a good go. Death Tiny, absolute classic. I'm a big fan of SNK games, so there's Metal Slug 2, Outzone as well. That's another brilliant toe-playing game, so I'm looking forward to these ones. To make it fair, I'm going to give myself 2 weeks to get the highest score I can, just like the other players would have had at the time. And I'll see kind of how I do. Be interesting to compare what I get score-wise to obviously what the other players got at the time during those seasons. So that's it for now. I'm looking forward to the next set of games that we'll be playing for this challenge, and I'm also looking forward to everyone playing what I'm about to select whenever that time is. I'll be picking a game that's very close to my heart, one that I've played a lot in the past, and I'll be doing a little video based on that as well, so everyone can kind of see just how special this game is and how much it kind of means to me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to everyone playing my selection, and I'm looking forward to, as I say, all the future selections of games that we'll be playing for Season 7 and hopefully more of Tuber's High Score Challenge. Yeah, bring it on.